What's going on, my peoples? We are in the building, man. Running some errands. I know it's late, but yo, gotta do what we gotta do, man. You know. Video I'm dropping today though is I want to talk about component pay versus local pay. I'm pretty sure I did a video about this already, but I got some people that's been asking me about component pay versus hourly pay. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that's basically in food service. You can get paid by the hour, or you can get paid component pay, which averages out to be hourly pay anyway. So I'm going to give you my opinions on it. I'm going to tell you which one I think is better, and we're going to go from there. Boy, I tell you, first thing I want to say is that you don't have no choice. You don't have no choice. If you go with a company, if they're paying hourly, that's what you're gonna have to get is hourly. If they're paying component, you're gonna have to get a component. Do you know what I mean? Which one I like best? I'm gonna be honest with you. I like component pay, because with the component, I'm on component right now. With the component pay, it allows me to work as fast as I want to be, and it allows me to do my job without have to worry about sitting on the clock all day to make some good money. Now, first of all, I think companies that pay hourly, man, I think that's kind of crazy to me, because when you think about it, you're just asking for a driver to go park under a tree or something like that. I think everybody should, in this type of business, should be paid for on their performance. You know, this brings me back to the days where I was working for Coca-Cola as a salesman, and you know, it was all based on performance, and the products that you sold. You know, so this is a performance job. The driver that performed the best should be rewarded, man. You know, sometimes it's not, the case count is not gonna be leveled, but it is what it is. Everybody ain't gonna be paid the same. You know what I mean? So what is component? Okay, component is based on, you get paid for cases, you get paid for your stops, you get paid for your back hauls, you get paid for your miles. Am I missing something? You get paid for scanning. We used to get a safety pay. What else? We get paid, we get a daily pay. We get a quality pay. So it depending on how many cases you have, all this component adds up. And let's just say, for instance, all your component added up, and let's just say you made $300 for the day, right? And you did those $300, you did it in 10 hours. So your day would be a $30 an hour day, okay? Now, let's just say you was only hourly, and let's just say the company that you're working with pay you $24 an hour. Now, if you work those same 10 hours, then you'll only make $240. Now, you see where a component is better. You know what I mean? Now, a driver that is getting paid hourly, let's just say you was making that $24 an hour, and in your mind frame, you want to make at least $300 a day, right? So what you gonna do? Let's just say the work that you had for the day only took you 9 hours. So what you're gonna do, you're going to do your job, and you're gonna figure out a way to milk the clock And that's why I don't understand how companies pay their drivers hourly, but there's a lot of food service companies out there that do it. I wish I can talk to some of these guys, man. I know that quality they pay their drivers hourly. Quality, the chain account company, but their driver have so much work they don't have time to BS. They're out there working. Who else paid by the hour? You know, we got some of our division paid by the hour also. Some of our division paid by the hour. I think Cisco in West Palm Beach paid by the hour, if I'm not mistaken. To me, that's crazy, man. I'd rather get component, man, all day. Because at least you know when you have those big days, holidays and stuff, you know, the Super Bowl just passed. When it's holidays and we doing a lot of cases, we gonna make that much more money, you know? Because you gotta understand, man, that the thing about hourly, though, you're gonna be protected by, I guess you're gonna be protected by that time and a half if you're just sitting out there all day working and stuff. I guess you get time and a half, so I guess the hourly guys make decent money. But I can guarantee you that component guys at the end of the year, component guys are making more money than the hourly guys. But again, people, to answer your question, when you get a job in local food service, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Whatever your company's paying, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna be getting paid. It's not like you're gonna be in an interview. You're gonna be like, "Yo, I want hourly," or "Yo, I want component." Whatever they're paying, that's what you're gonna be stuck with. You know what I mean? For the majority, of food service guys I know, they're on component. They're definitely on component. And to give you guys an example, right? I know a branch that's on hourly. To give you guys an example, I know a branch that's on hourly. And most of the guys that I talk to that's on component, their component ends up being more per hour than the guys that's on hourly at the other branch that I know about. So there you go, you know. So anybody got any questions, any more questions about hourly versus component, just feel free to drop a message, man. I know this video is gonna go over a lot of people's head. This video is mostly designed for people that's getting ready to come into the field or that's already in the field and understand what we talking about. An easier word for component is just think of it as commission, right? Think of it as anything you do, anything we do, we get paid for it, right? Let's just say we finish our route and we want to go help somebody for a couple hours. We want to go help somebody for 4 hours or something like that. We get paid for that. That's extra on our component. Let's just say they pay us $20 an hour just to go help somebody. If our route was, let's just say the route that we was doing, if it was $300 for the day, guess what? If we went and helped somebody for 4 hours, 4 times 2 is 80. So that'll be $80 added on to what you already got paid for the day. So if you picked up a backhaul that same day, let's just say, I don't know what your company paid for a backhaul. Let's just say your company happened to pay $50 for that backhaul. So that would be $380 plus another $50. So you'll make $430 for the day. Now, these numbers, I'm just giving you an example. We're not out here making $430 a day. I wish. Some of the chain account drivers, they see those type of numbers, but us in the day shifts, we're not seeing those numbers, man. You know, I'm just giving you guys an example of how the component, to me, is so much more better than just working hourly. You know what I mean? Because, like, when you think of hourly, what's a fair number to get paid for what we're doing. You know what I mean? And most of the guys that I work with, man, they just don't understand that when you're on the component system, it's designed for you not to stay on the clock, and yet you still have a lot of guys that they're milking the clock, man. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, when I go to work, man, my goal is to work 10 hours or less. Sometimes I get my job done within 9 hours. You know, I wish I can do it within 8 hours, but sometimes it's kind of hard. It's kind of impossible sometimes. But 10 hours or less, I'm shooting for every day. You know, my component is like way up there because I be hustling. You know what I mean? So if there's anybody out there that's thinking about have two jobs in mind, and one pays hourly, one pays component, if I was you, I would go for the component, depending on how busy that company is, you know, because at the end of the day, to me, the component is going to work out better. Any question, man, y'all let me know.